See what happens. Welcome to another episode of Your Voice Matters. So welcome. Happy March 25th. It's Monday. We're broadcasting live here. Welcome to our podcast on Your Voice Matter. I'm your girl Viv, and today we're going to be talking about just a pretty much a single topic. So welcome. So where we're going to dive, we're going to dive deeply into real estate and help you find your way through the maze of buying a home. I'm your host, Viv Cunningham, with Preferred Real Estate Brokers, selling the American dream here in Central Florida. So today's episode is all about those moments when you feel stuck and unsure of where to turn to purchase a home or a new home. So I just want to introduce my guests here. Beverly and I are going to be chatting a little bit, about the just this maze of how value, realtors are to our community. I have stories that I'll tell you as we go along down the road. I'll tell you some story, but I just want to for Bev to go ahead and introduce herself. Bev, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am Beverly Martin with Preferred Real Estate Brokers. And as Viv said, we are going to talk about all the maze that people are going through to purchase a home for the first time. So go ahead, Viv.
So we're just to jump right in, and we're going to talk about five main topics. And keep in mind, you can always ask questions. You can send us a message. You can direct message us, whatever you need. But a lot of people think that they don't need realtors. Some people can buy a home on their own, and it's okay. And but some can't. Some really need hand holding. And I normally send out texts and check on people. So yesterday I decided I was going to send out a text message to one of my buyers that took the home buyers class. And what he said to me is, he said to me, I'm stuck. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I'm lost. I'm only approved for a certain amount. So, when you're only approved for a certain amount, just like he said, when you're feeling stuck and overwhelmed, but there's many option out there, you know, and there are common option that are out there. Buying a home is not for everyone, but buying a home is for someone. So but a lot of us are so fearful because today, when as we go back and we look back on buying a home, if you have not purchased a home before, it's a lot of things that you got to go through. But we're here to walk you through some of the practical steps to helping you find the resource and the needs, one step at a time. So we're going to start out by talking about step one. Talk about the buyer that that are so scared, they're fearful, they don't know what to do. I am here, it's my calling, and I'm here to help you navigate through this maze. So step one, the first thing you need to do is actually you just need to breathe. Okay, take a breath and breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out a couple of times, just to to feel relaxed and just to feel like you're ready. Okay, because right up here the nerves gets a hold of you. So our first step is, just like I said, breathe. And yes, be serious about buying a home, because this is a large purchase. Okay, it's something that you've probably never done before if you're a first time home buyers. So the first thing is to do is relax and understand that the feeling of stuck is completely normal. It's the process of what people go through. Even when you're used to buying a home, you still might feel that process of feeling stuck. You don't know what to do or where to go, or you might not remember. You might have bought a house quite a while ago. So it's such a huge decision, and it's okay to feel a bit overwhelmed. Okay, because even me myself, sometimes as a realtor, I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel sometimes overwhelmed. So I that's why we're here to help you. Beverly is my buyer's agent. When I'm not able to show homes, she be able to take you out to go show you homes. And normally we try not to make you overwhelmed. So my recommendation is usually look at about five homes at a time, no more. Because then after that you get overwhelmed and you get confused. But when you take it one step at a time, do the first step by breathing, relax, okay, narrowing
Mm.
down everything, and just be smooth. So Bev, what do you think about that? About
I
first step?
I think that's great, Viv. And I what you said about not more than 5 properties at a time,
Mm-hmm.
that's a great idea because you don't want to see too many at one time because you get confused.
Yeah. Yeah.
You forget what's in one house as opposed to the next. And I always advise the buyers, make notes.
Mm-hmm.
Make notes of the things you like in this one, the things you don't like. Make notes of everyone and you number them, that you know when you finish looking at all those homes, you have a good idea of the ones you like as opposed to the ones that did not meet your preference.
And let's elaborate on that a little bit. Okay, so
Mhm.
what I do is when you show five houses, I normally says to the buyer, um, do you see any house that you really like that you want to make an offer on it?
Mm.
If
Oh
you say,
yes,
if
absolutely.
if you say yes, I see a house, then I usually tell you to go make an offer on it. You notice I have up
Mhm.
here yes to the address. So say yes to
Yes.
that address and make that offer. Because you might be waiting and say something might be out there that's better, and then nothing else comes that's better, or something else comes that's better.
Yeah.
Because there's always going to be something that's better, but is it the right house for you? Okay, you just have to know, is that right house for you? So
Yeah.
so it's good to, once you look at those five houses, if you see something in there you want to make an offer, go ahead and make the offer and not wait. Okay, the home buying process is just it's a gate and it's a maze. So let's do step two. Assess your need. Okay, so you want to assess your need. What are you looking for in a home? Okay, what are your non-negotiable, and what are your need to have? What are your needs? Okay, so your non-negotiable might be a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Make sure you stick with that. Don't say
Mm.
every minute you're changing your mind and says, oh, I want a 4 bedroom, I want a 3 bedroom. You want a 3 bedroom, you stick with that, because it'll make you find a home a lot easier, because you're just looking
Amen.
for a 4 bedroom. You're just looking for a certain amount of
Absolutely.
bedroom, a 3 bedroom or a 4 bedroom. If it's a 4 bedroom you're looking for, stick to the 4 bedrooms. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so non-negotiable might be 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. You might say you want a garage. That's non-negotiable. You can't you don't base it on you want a fence. Okay, because you might not get a house, a 3 bedroom with a fence, but you can always put up a fence. Okay, you can always understand your priorities. What are your priority? Is school zone, the schooling, is that important to you? Walking distance, transportation distance. Think about all those things. So narrow down your search. Okay, narrow down your search and make the process feel more manageable, because you're narrowing down your search. And you're not saying that. When I teach the home buyers class, people are saying, I want a swimming pool, I want a deck, I want a big
Mm.
yard. You can't want all of those things. Okay, what are your needs? 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, because keep in mind, the more you add to your list, the more money you're gonna have to pay for that house.
Yes,
And the
the
lender has
price,
to
the
tell you
price.
you are approved for 350 or 450. You have to stay within that bracket. If you go
Mhm.
outside that bracket, you're gonna have to bring extra money to the table. Okay.
You
So
see, what they don't realize, Viv, that when they add on all these things, the price of the property goes up. So, you have to measure what you want to the price, to your pocket, your budget, and you go by that. Don't go out there and then you change. Oh, I want this with a pool. And then your budget is not enough to cover a property with a pool. So just as you said, stick to your budget and stick to the things that you must have. Say, just as you said, the number of bedrooms, and if you want something with a garage, because some people, their priority is that they must have a garage. They
right,
must. And I can understand that
right.
because some of us don't want to park our cars outside,
And
or
then
some of
and then
us
also
use
for
it as
that.
a storage too.
Yeah, also
Yes,
for that,
yes.
sometimes it could be a single person, they
Mhm.
want safety. So, that's why I said with stick to your must have, a three
Exactly.
bedroom, a two bathroom. If you want a garage,
Mhm.
making sure that if even if it's a one car garage, let's say you
Mhm.
were using down payment assistance and you can only afford one car. Okay, one car garage. At least you have one car garage. Because for it might be a single parent that wants to be able to park their car in the garage when they get home at night. They want to drive straight in their garage. It's okay.
Exactly.
That's why I said, know what you want. You want a three bedroom, okay, and you want a two bath home, and you want a garage. Okay, and you don't want it to be no more than 400,000. So you stick with that. If you're looking at properties and it's at 405 or 410 or 415, that's not bad because a lot of time
Right.
you can negotiate down and negotiate with the seller, and the seller can says, okay, we'll sell the property for 390 instead of 400.
Mhm.
So don't get bent out of shape if your realtor is sending you a property that's at 425, because we know that we can pretty much negotiate down
Negotiate.
depending on how long the property is on the
Mhm.
market. So thank you for your input on that, Miss Beverly.
You're
Okay, so
welcome.
so far we want you to breathe. We want you to assess your needs, and then we want you to then the third step is going to be reach out for help. And that's what this gentleman yesterday, when and it's been a while since he took the class, he didn't reach out for help. I reached out to him and he said to me, I am stuck. Okay, but don't be afraid to reach out to learn from the expert. Okay, because the expert is going to teach you. When the expert is in real estate continuously, that's all they do. They sit in real estate, they read the real estate trend, they read the market, they study the market, they do a pre-approval, they work out with buyers consultation, they work out all of that stuff. They work out helping you get pre-approved to get a mortgage. They help you with all of that stuff. So they might have, service provider recommendation. I was talking to someone, and I do have handymans and stuff like that. But sometimes some of those handymans, it's just they just want a quick money or stuff like that, and they don't do a nice job. So I'm always seeking out good help. I asked one of my association sister, asked her who she used, and she said, oh yeah, I got a good referral for you. He don't overcharge you. He takes you to the store and let you pick out the stuff you want, and then you only buy only the things that they need. Most people are not like that. They want you to buy all at once, and then you have all of this leftover stuff that is there. So you know
Absolutely.
you
And
know and
that's
Beverly,
waste.
let's talk a little bit about your situation. You just finished remodeling your home,
Yes.
and you had a great person that helped you. I
Oh,
remember we went
yes.
to Home Depot over the weekend, and you were telling me how you connected with a Home Depot employee. No, it was Lowe's. It was Lowe's
Those, yeah.
Lowe's employee. You connected with a Lowe's employee, and then you were able to negotiate down some of the
Hmm.
building materials, so you were able, because your entire house was flooded, and
Yes.
you had to be able to get that done. And we were talking today too as well. Okay, we were talking today that your house is your asset. It's your house. You can do what you want to do with it. And
Exactly.
I was telling you, I said, girl, it's your house. I refinanced my house, I think, a couple of times because I needed some money and I
Mhm.
pulled some money out of it. So when you own a
Yeah,
home, it's great. So talk a little
that's
bit
right.
about about that, Bev, about you
And
negotiating that material.
that's right. A good thing to do when you walk into a store, you kind of, you know the department that you know what you're going to purchase, so you know the department you are going to work with. So you kind of assess the person who is going to help you. You know, sometimes it's difficult, but I kind of have that third eye, can know who is genuine from who is not, and what amount of discount they can give to you. I met this person and he was so nice. It just happened that we clicked because after talking, we started out with small talk, and I found out that he was a born again Christian. And so we clicked because I am a born again Christian too. And of course, I asked him what discount you I can get if I purchase so much. And he told me the discount. But when I look at the prices of the material and I know how much I want to spend, so it comes out above what I want to spend. So I'm there. I am. I said, help me out. Go talk to your manager and see what she can do. And he said to me, well, I'm giving you the biggest discount that is allowed. And at the same time, I am praying to my God and I'm saying, give me some help here, Lord. Help me. So I said, go ahead, go to your manager. And he said, my manager may not do anything, but I said, nevertheless, go.
Go
And I'm
anyway.
praying to the Lord for
Mhm.
favors. He went to his manager and he came back with a price below what I actually wanted to pay. And then I said, God, you are so wonderful because you brought me to this particular person and you helped me through him.
Yeah.
So
So
it's good to, especially make
yeah,
small talk
yeah.
with the
And
person
be
who is going
friendly.
to help
Yeah,
you,
be friendly, be kind, because the more friendly
exactly.
you are, the more kinder you are. People want to deal
Yes,
with you.
kind of
So
make a relationship
so
with
be
that
kind when
person.
you're looking at
Yes, yes,
people
yes.
that can help you. Don't
Hmm.
be mean, and stuff like that. Because when you're kind, people want to help you. So okay, so the first step is breathe. The second one is access the need that you need. Okay. All right. What are your needs? Okay. What are your negotiation skill? You need to negotiate. Tell your realtor, tell your lender what you're looking for. You're going to stores, negotiate a good price. They always say that a lot of people go into the store. I usually buy stuff on sale.
Hmm.
Because I want a good discount. And number three, don't be afraid to reach out to your professionals. Okay.
And ask questions.
And ask
Ask
questions.
questions.
I think
Yeah.
I think we're going to be covering that down a little bit further down about
Oh, okay.
asking questions. But step four, educate yourself. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to real estate. Okay, take the time to research different neighborhoods. Look about, okay, learn about all the homes, look on all the homes on the outside, look on, check out the buying process. Okay, what are the buying process? Normally a realtor can tell you what the buying process are. When you do your buyer's consultation, normally your realtor will tell you what the buying process is. And that's when you be able to sign your buyer's brokerage agreement, because now you have to sign a buyer's brokerage agreement before your realtor are able to take you out to go show you property. So once they do their consultation, that's going to be one of the first thing they're going to have you sign. So don't be afraid, don't be alarmed. Okay, it's something that you need to sign. You will need to sign before he or she takes you out to in order to go show your home, because that's just the way things are going right now. Everyone has to negotiate their own closing costs. Okay, and they have to negotiate their own realtor's payment. So you know listen to your realtor. Okay. Beverly was talking about knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Okay. You got to educate yourself. Okay. That's what it says. Educate yourself. Okay. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to real estate, your real estate team. Know your real estate team,
Mhm.
and they're going to ask you to sign an agreement. It's going to be for at least 6 months. Okay. Because probably takes that long. Do your research. Okay. Do your research, because the home buying process, just like we said, it's a maze. Get familiar with the market trend, what's going on. Don't go in there and you find a nice property and you want to lowball the seller. Okay, and
Mhm.
then but yet you want some closing costs, or you want the seller to lower the price of their home. Don't go in there and negotiate like that, because if you're looking for help, if you're looking for closing costs, if you're looking for the seller to lower the price of their home, you need to be able to maybe say, well, Mr. Seller, I'm going to need some help with closing costs. I will pay you
Yes.
full price for your property, but I'm going to need help with some closing costs. Okay,
And
the more you
number
know, the better
four,
off it is. Okay.
number four goes right back to number two.
Yep.
Assess your needs.
Assess your need. Exactly.
Right.
About
So
buying a home is
you,
it's a big deal. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
you will know that you need some closing costs,
Yeah.
because you know how much money you have to spend, and how far your money will go.
Yeah.
So think about that too.
Yeah.
You know,
Location is
think
key.
about,
Yeah.
yes,
And then
if you
negotiate and
are going to
negotiate
want
and
help
negotiate.
with your closing costs.
And then all of this stuff we're talking about will make you feel more confident
Mm-hmm.
when
Absolutely.
to make to make a firm and marketable decision about
Right.
buying a house, or because if you go in there and you think that you're going to lowball the seller, and then you want to lowball the seller, and then you also want closing costs, and then
Yeah. And
might ask the seller to pay your buyer's agent commission.
mm,
So you gotta keep all of that in mind. So take my recommendation is to take the home buyers class. When you take the home buyers
exactly.
class, it goes from A to Z, and we teach you how to negotiate. We teach you what to say and what not to say. We help you out with all of that. And I teach the home buyers class. I'm going to put the link in down at the bottom here. It's going to be April 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And it's the first Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of the month. It goes from 6:30 until 9. Okay, you can direct message me for some more information on that. And then I will also send you some more information where you can get registered. But it's so important, like Beverly and I was talking about, knowledge is power. Okay.
Yes. And let me just expand on this a little bit. When you talk about lowballing the seller, they will just look at you as not being serious. If you go too low, bringing down their value of their property, they won't even counter offer you, because they will think that you're not serious. So you have to think about the other person too, as well as yourself. Put yourself in that place. If I was selling this house, would I accept such a low offer compared to what the price is? So that's
Right.
something that you have to think about too when you think about making an offer.
And if you think you're going to lowball the seller, remember that there's help out there. You can get down payment assistance.
Exactly.
We can help you
Exactly.
find that money.
Exactly.
Because then you would just, if you're going to get down payment assistance, Orange
Mhm.
County is giving up to 50,000. Tampa is giving up to 90,000. So if you can use that money and make an offer, full price offer to the seller, and use that money,
Mhm.
then you won't need any down payment and you won't need any closing costs, because all these different systems out there and
Right.
lenders out there have down payment, they have closing costs. Keep in mind you have to work with the right lender in order to help you find the, I always say, show me the money, show me the money. So you have to
And
find the right lenders. Not all lenders does that.
and that's why it is so important that you take the first time home buyers class, because you're exposed to many things that you wouldn't have known prior to buying your property. So
Yeah,
I would recommend that 100%. If it's your first home you're going to purchase, make sure you take that class,
and it's
because it
yeah.
walks you right through the maze.
Yeah, it's usually my recommendation as well,
Yes.
because it's easier, and then you can always, elaborate on it, because now what you're supposed to
Hmm.
do, and now so then therefore it makes it a little bit easier for you, when you go ahead and take that first time home buyers class, and then there's a link down at the bottom again, the time 6:30 to 9. If you need some information on it, I will send you a link to register on it, but it is so important. So let's move on to step 5. Step 5 is take your time. Okay, you need to take your time. A lot of time when we do things, we're in such a hurry. We're in such a hurry. So take your time.
Hmm.
Okay, Rome wasn't built in one day. Okay,
Amen.
neither was finding the perfect home takes time. Don't rush
Exactly.
the process. Okay, trust the process. Don't rush the process. Okay, so when you take your time to explore different options, okay, ask question like Beverly was saying. Okay, ask question and weigh your choices. What are some of your choices? Weigh them carefully, because remember, you're going to be living in this house, and if you get down payment assistance or closing costs, you're going to be living in this house a lot of time, minimum of 7 years.
Hmm.
Got to stay in there 7 years in order to be able to get some of the grants forgiven or something like that. So remember, take your time. This is a huge decision. Okay, it's a big decision, and it's worth taking the time to get to the right place. Okay,
Right.
and
And
the crazy story you and I was talking about. When a buyer called me this morning and told me that a credit card company, not a credit card, but a credit repair company was asking them for power of attorney. You got to know. You can't, I mean, not that it's not legit, but I don't know. I've never heard of it that they're asking for power.
never heard of it either.
Why are they asking for power of
And
attorney?
I don't think that would be legit
And then,
for
yeah,
you trying to fix your credit and they're asking you.
yeah, so I don't know what reason behind that. I would have to
uh,
talk to them and see, but still yet I would not give power of attorney to anyone, because all of a
no.
sudden they have power of attorney. They, I don't know, they might go use it to take out a credit card. They might use it to go do this. They
Mhm.
might use it to go that. So that's why I said you need the expert on your side. You need
That's
the
right.
expert on your side, because a lot of time people think that because the internet, everything on the internet is true. A lot of people think that, oh yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and go on the internet and find this stuff. Not necessarily mean it's true, because you got to be so careful of that. So
That's right.
so
That's
we
right.
so we covered 5 things. We cover step 1, breathe. Step 2, assessing your needs. Step 3, okay, reaching out and getting help from the profession. Step 4, educating yourself. And step 5, take your time.
Absolutely.
Okay, take
Absolutely.
your time. It is
This
so
might be the
it is,
biggest
yeah,
purchase you have made in your life. So you want to take your time,
yeah,
and assess. And it goes right back. All five things tie into each other. You know, take your time, breathe,
yeah.
breathe. And your realtor, if it's a good realtor, they are going to educate you on the whole process. So everything will go smoothly. Sometimes there might be a little hiccup, but the realtor can help to work it out for you. So it is imperative that you interview your realtor, that you choose a good realtor.
Okay, so coming up on our 30 minutes. I won't keep anyone, but any last saying, any last word? I'll give you some last words, Beverly, and then we're gonna close out.
Yeah, and remember, when you purchase a house, you're building wealth. The first house you purchase, you may not want to live in that house forever. It may not be your forever house. But remember, you have value. You can sell it and then buy your dream house, make a profit on it, and then you go ahead and buy your dream house. So in the beginning, if for your first property, if you can't afford what you really want, you just satisfy what your income and your budget can handle, because property goes up through time. So you go ahead and purchase what you can afford now, and as your property increase, the value of your property increase, you may have the opportunity to purchase the house that you really want in the future.
All right.
So just remember that you are building wealth.
And there you have it, folks. Okay, 5 simple steps to help you navigate the maze of buying a home. When you're feeling stuck, remember you are not alone and you don't have to go it alone. Okay, it's a journey. There are plenty of resources and professional available to help you, guide you through every step of the way. Well, I'm going to say, I'm signing off for now. That's all we have to say for today. Okay, thank you for tuning in. And remember, if you ever find yourself feeling stuck in the home buying process, just take your time, take a deep breath. Remember.
Amen to that. Amen.
Until next time. Okay. Happy house hunting, everyone.
Happy house hunting.
Viv the Caribbean Team, preferred real estate brokers, selling the American dream in Central Florida. Thank you for listening.
You're most welcome. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening. See you on the next episode of Your Voice Matters.